At Launchpad Futures, we've been really excited to be working with Social Designs in collaboration to do these workshops on biomaterials in Cornwall. With the support of the Good Growth Fund, we look to support businesses across Cornwall, and these workshops have been a really great step to doing just that.
Innovation Nursery and Social Designs are working together on a project called Assembly Space. Assembly Space is essentially a collaborative arena for institutions, industry partners, communities to pool resources, come up with solutions to big problems that can't be solved in isolation. We've been conducting a bioregional material audit across Cornwall and the surrounding bioregion to look for resources that can be used in construction that are not currently used. If we can begin to build new supply chains to use local materials, then there would be an implication for local industry, which would then, as a consequence, increase average income, one would hope, and make people more competitive in the property market. So today we're running a workshop inviting people from the construction timber industry to understand what the industry is like today, why it is like that, how it could be, why it needs to be like that, and what the barriers are to making it a reality.
We have been discussing all sorts of problems within the supply chain and how we can create more of a circular economy within Cornwall.
These workshops have brought together a diverse range of participants, from landowners to builders, architects, product designers and even artists, all connected in their interest to work with materials in a more innovative and sustainable way.
So my interest is also about the kind of how materials need to change to face the climate emergency, but critically how materials that we use in Cornwall should relate to the place that Cornwall is. So that's the topography, that's the weather, that's the peoples, the culture and the history. So that's, I think, the bigger context of the kind of workshops that we're doing today.
Cornwall is a place of rich natural resources. It has so much beauty in here, and yet I feel like there is so much potential that's unrealized. And there is something about working with the nature and the land to create the future that we want and to live the kinds of lives that we want to live in the next 50 years.
I've provided a kind of demonstration of working with the material very briefly, and a little bit of context about granite and its geological history and how it's being kind of quarried and used.
This is all kind of research that's leading into hopefully a physical outcome. Because it's research led, the outcomes should be beneficial for what people in Cornwall actually need.
So as a Cornish business owner, I see this sort of collaboration as really beneficial. I'm here talking to the right people, having the right conversations, and making sure that we're being represented as an industry in the right way to push local stone in a sustainable way.
So as a result of this workshop, what we hope is that we can make further strides to manage Cornwall's woodlands better in a more ecological way and a resilient way for the future, but also provide communities the timber they need to build more carbon-friendly and low-carbon housing.
Hopefully it will proliferate a wider discussion of ways of buying locally, and also educate people as to the importance of buying locally and make the supply chains more accessible to everybody.
It's really to ask, how might this resource be respectfully and environmentally utilised going forward into the future, and in what ways?
This is the beginning of a bigger movement to develop more regenerative local business that can help shape a more resilient future for the region.
To find enterprise out of it, it's not just innovation in a very sterile, businessy way, but it's also a source of creativity of what kind of future do we want and how do we bring different voices into shaping that future.